A sunny start to the championships gave way to the typical fog, rain, wind, and all the tough conditions that make biathlon really challenging at the shooting range in Oberhof. The minute penalty in the men's 20K individual seemed like the one detail that could potentially derail Johannes Timus Boo's utter stranglehold at these World Championships of the gold medals. And despite a miss in each of the second and third shooting bouts of this men's 20K, Boo won his fourth gold medal at these championships in 4 straight starts, as the defending world champion Sturla Holm-Lageryd entered the final shooting stage in position to repeat as the champion. But in true biathlon form, Lageryd hit 19 for 19 and with a title on the line, missed his 20th shot, surrendering the world title to Boo. Sweden's Sebastian Samuelsson also hit 19 for 20 and nearly closed down a 12-second deficit on Lageryd in the last loop, missing the silver medal at the finish by just 0.4 of a second, settling for the bronze.
It was a really, really tough 20K for the guys. And we had Sean Doherty leading the men's team in 35th place, which was his best for the championships. Much better skiing on his part and a pretty solid race for him. I know he wanted better, but definitely a solid race to get that 35th at a World Championships individual. Campbell Wright, who's racing for New Zealand, he's coached by our national team coaches. He's the youngest guy in the field. He placed 20th. He had the 27th fastest course time. So hats off to him for a career best in that race.
With one miss in the first shooting stage, Hanna Öberg, Sweden's 2018 Olympic champion and 2019 world champion, all but disappeared from the leaderboard until the final shooting stage. All eyes instead focused intently on Lisa Vitozzi, who won the individual earlier this season in route holding on the World Cup. She was perfect through 3 stages, entering the final shoot in the lead, but like Lageryd, gave up the gold medal on the final shot, which then turned all eyes on Sweden's Lynn Persson, who followed her just a little more than a minute in the actual start order. And she managed the jitters and knocked down all 5 shots to be perfect on the range and have a comfy lead over Vitozzi heading into the final loop. Öberg, in carrying that one miss from the first stage, she hit all 5 in the final shooting stage and trailed Persson by just 14.8 seconds. But she flipped that difference and added another 10 seconds for good measure over the final 3 kilometers to take her second world title in the discipline over her teammate Persson.
Remember, this is the race where Deidre really shined in Beijing last year with her 7th place at the Olympic individual. She didn't disappoint this time around, and it was definitely one of her top results. But she rallied and stayed focused, hit 19 of 20, and came away with a top 20.
Norway put their top guns in the single mixed relay on the start line in the form of Marta Olsbu Roysland and JT Boo. But it was anything but a formality for the gold medal. The rapid ski rapid fire event set up a 3-team showdown in the final stage between Boo, Austria's David Komatz, and Italy's Tommaso Giacomel. Komatz and Boo each missed 1, while Giacomel went to the penalty. Boo crossed the line easily in first for his 5th straight gold at these championships, while Komatz, who competed with teammate Lisa Theresa Hauser, gave Austria the surprise silver, while Giacomel and Lisa Vitozzi took the bronze for Italy.
Single mixed relay day was a day of opportunities. We almost squeaked into the top 10. It came down to a sprint finish between Paul and Finland, but a really good effort from Deidre and Paul. They shot 1 plus 13, so windy days here in Oberhof, so the shooting is tough.
If one event looked like a predetermined slam dunk for Norway, it was probably the men's relay. But gusty winds threw the entire day into a crapshoot on the shooting range, one which caught out Norway's first leg, Vetle Sjostad Christensen, who avoided the penalty loop altogether, but had to stand through a gusting winds as France, Czech Republic, and Switzerland ahead of him got a jump on the field with better wind conditions and head out on course. Despite a penalty loop by Lageryd in leg 2 and another penalty loop by Tarjei Boo in leg 3, Norway never caught back up to France, whom despite a penalty loop themselves on leg 3 from Emilien Jacquelin, hung on to stun for the gold medal. Norway ended up with the silver, and Sweden emerged with the bronze.
And it was a really exciting race today. The guys really gave it their all. Sean stayed in contact with the field, tagged off to Paul. His last standing was super windy. He came in a group of maybe 7 or 8 guys, and Paul just went for it. And he hit 4 with the clip and then used an extra round to clean. And it put the team right back up in 6th place. And Maxime and Vincent both really held it together, even though they're young and they don't have this experience. When you have 30,000 spectators screaming at you and you're in the top 10 at World Championships, that's a lot of pressure, and they both did really, really well and get us to the finish line in 12th. So it was great to see Team USA up there in the mix with the top nations.
Since 2011, only 2 nations have won the Women's World Championship Biathlon Relay, Norway and Germany, with Norway claiming the last 3 straight. Missing only 2 shots total on the entire day of the team, Vitozzi went head-to-head on the final shooting with German star Denise Hermann-Vick, as well as most of the 25,000 fans in the stadium, and coolly knocked down all 5 while the German missed twice, silencing the crowd. Italy took a flabbergasting gold medal, signaling a high watermark for Italian women's biathlon with just 3 short years to the next Olympic Games in Italy. Germany took a satisfied silver, and Sweden, likely a little bit of a disappointing bronze, as the heavy gold medal favorites coming in.
So the last race of the day was the women's relay. Deidre started off really well. She was in the mix. She had good tactics, really working her way up the field, but unfortunately struggled in the range with the wind, and that really kind of set us back. Joanne went in second. She did 0+3, then Chloe with 0+2, and Kelsey with 0+4. So, avoiding the penalty lap today was a feat in and of itself. We finished the day in 15th place. We'll live to fight another day, and I think all of the athletes know that we can be higher on the results list for sure.
That's your 2023 Biathlon World Championships wrap-up report for Team USA. We'll be back with more Team USA highlights from Nove Mesto and the remaining World Cup stops of the 2023 season.